We're live streaming, and you are muted, Terry.
All right, let's try that again. That's pretty much how my day has gone. My mouth and my fingers are not working together. My brain and my mouth are not working together. So hi guys, it's Monday night and I am so glad that we are here together. I hope you had a great weekend. Can you believe it is January 31st? Okay, it's already the end of January. And we're looking forward to having a great month. And I have to tell you, before we get into this topic of plugging the drain and customer care, I have to tell you, you guys across the board like woke up this month. You just woke up. And we have close to over 500 new ARO customers in the system this month. Yeah, 500, and over 50 of you, have stretched way beyond three new customers. And so this topic tonight about customer care and caring for our customers and making sure that they're on the long haul with us is so important. So Sharina McMahon did a training for me probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I had her do a training on taking care of customers. And she started with a quote from Gandhi. And I want to read that because it really sets the pace, I believe, for who we are as Juice Plus representatives. And Gandhi said this: the customer is the most important visitor on our premises. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. He is not an interruption in our work. He is the purpose of it. He is not an outsider in our business. He is part of it. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He is doing us a favor by giving us the opportunity to do so. Wow. And I believe that each and every one of us owns that in our hearts, as we bring customers on board with Juice Plus. And this past month, when so many of us attended Lauren's Level Up training from Las Vegas, and so many of us watched it virtually, I don't remember who said it, but this one representative said, if you treat your customers royally, they will give you their loyalty. And that really resonated with me. So I think tonight's conversation is going to be a lot about, how do we treat our customers with that level of care? And how do we plug the drain? If we have 500 new AROs coming in the month of January, how do we plug the drain so that they stay with us, so that they experience the benefits of Juice Plus? It's so very important. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to start by saying that we need to show up. Okay, we plug the drain by showing up. So that means that we have to have a relationship with our customers. Right now, that's still standard of care. Maybe down the road, we'll have all of these systems where we don't have to be so personally interactive with our customers. But right now, that's where we are. We have to show up. And what we show up with is, knowledge and education, but our beliefs. Our beliefs about the product are showing from the very first conversation that we have. So I've asked Kathy to queue up just a little snippet from Eric Worre, where he talks about the power of our belief and how our beliefs are showing up even when it comes to customer care. So Kathy, would you run that for me, please? Little volume, then you can take it back to the beginning if you can, Kathy. Give us a minute, guys.
Whoever has the strongest belief wins. When you're talking to a prospect, if your belief is stronger than their belief in their excuses or their reasons why they don't want to step into network marketing, if their belief is stronger, they're going to win. If your belief is stronger, it's going to be attractive. You're going to win. It's not like it's a fight, I shouldn't say like winners and losers, but if you really are serious about your level of belief, that's contagious. People want to know more about that. People are going to test your belief in a million different ways, but if you answer the test, you come through strong, guess what? They're going to want to take another look. They're going to want to try that product. They're going to want to come to the event. Belief is contagious, and whoever has the strongest belief wins.
All right. I absolutely loved that message. Whoever has the strongest belief wins. And it's very telling, and it's kind of synchronistic that this was the topic I wanted to talk about. Yeah, Sonia. Oh, I love that message. That I wanted to talk about plugging the drain and customer care tonight, because your belief in the product and in the company may be challenged in the next couple days. And you know why it may be challenged? How many of you saw your emails today? Yeah, starting March 1st, the price of Juice Plus goes up 8%. Okay, and you guys know that I've been with the company now 28 years. And in 28 years, I think we've had 4 price increases in 28 years. But times are changing. And so we have to, if we're going to maintain the promise of we are a stable and lasting company. Remember, Stewart's vision is that she wants us to become the #1 global direct sales company in plant-based nutrition, enabling all of us to build a sustainable and thriving business that will help us achieve our dreams. And so for that to happen, we have to have these price increases, okay? You guys know, I mean, if you're living in the world today, and if your head is not completely buried in the sand, you know everything's going up, right? Prices are going up. Transportation, the cost of transportation is exploding. I'm going to tell you, FedEx, you know, they're doing a great job, but they have nailed it to us in terms of the price of transporting Juice Plus across the country. Our farmers are being challenged with extra costs. And so we have to raise the price. And so I did, you know, I went back and I looked at, yeah, grocery bills are going up. All right, so I looked at the price of what's happening, pulled out the sheet, and you guys know that a Trio order for years has been $75 a month, right? Includes shipping and handling, $75 a month. And it's not the end of the world. We're gonna go from $75 to $80 a month. And all of those shipping costs are gonna be included in there. So it's really not exorbitant. The price of a Duo is going to go from $50 to $56 a month. The Omegas are going to go from $120 to $130 a month, okay? 60 shakes of our complete is going to go from 140 to 168. That tells me that the nutrients that we have in our complete, the price has got to have had exploded. All right. All right. So what is it going to take for you to show up in the world tonight, maybe tonight, if you have a question, as Eric said, you know, your beliefs are going to be challenged. Okay. what is it going to take for you to be able to represent Juice Plus tonight and tomorrow with your customers and moving forward as you're inviting new customers in, so that you can reflect that statement from Richard Du Bois? And this is what makes me bold and strong. There is nothing in the world, anywhere, with or without a prescription, that can do what Juice Plus can do in the body. Wow. So what is it going to take? Anybody want to unmute themselves and talk about, you know, how they're feeling? How are you going to amplify that belief as you're preparing yours? Because I want you to be prepared to have conversations with your customers. You know, I want you to be prepared starting tomorrow, February, you know, as we're reaching out to new people. If you can say with confidence, you know, Juice Plus is $320 for our trio. You're going to receive a 4-month supply, and it's $80 a month, and that includes shipping and handling. You know, if you can say that with authority, according to what Eric Worre said, and according to what I have studied in quantum physics for 25 years, people are just going to say, absolutely, what a deal. Anybody
Terry,
want to go ahead?
Terry, I think a lot of people, I've heard this a lot lately. What about balance of nature? I heard on TV, it's like Juice Plus. What about balance? And I think that people have to understand, like they used to tell us a long time ago, say, yes, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know anything about that company, but I know about Juice Plus. I can tell you about the research. I can tell you what Dr. Du Bois said. I can tell you the cost hasn't gone up, you know, in a long time. I mean, say the positive things about Juice Plus and don't get in a, you know, a pissing match with somebody that's going to say, but balance of nature is cheaper. Well, I don't know how they make it. I don't know how they grow it, you know. I think that's really important, that we don't get in a fight with someone.
Right. Take your boxing gloves off. Take there. Very well said. Kathy, did you want to say something?
Yeah, you were talking about what am I going to say to my customers? You know, I'm going to be frank and honest saying, I don't know if you've noticed, but the price of fruits and vegetables in the grocery store has skyrocketed. And Juice Plus, for all that you get in it, is still the best value for your dollar.
Right, because there's nothing anywhere in the world with or
Like
without.
it. And
Yeah.
it's still, you want to price all that out and get all of that, you aren't going to be able to get what we have with Juice Plus.
Right.
And remember how healthy you've been, and remember why you got on it, and remember all these other pieces, then that's not going to change.
Right. I think it's
Now, I always like to divide it out per day. And on our order forms, we've had those prices. I'm sure we'll get them again. But when you price this out per day, and if they have done that kind of shopping, Kathy, and seen the prices going up at the grocery store, I still think it is the next best thing to sliced bread. I mean, it is by far the best value. And that kind of commitment, that kind of passion, people can sense that even over the telephone. The fact that it has only gone up, I think you're right, Terry. In the 20 years I've been in, I think this is only our 4th increase. It may be the 5th, but I think it's only the 4th increase. And I kept thinking and wondering, when is the price going to go up, as we've seen produce continuing to skyrocket? So I still think it is just the best deal out there.
Jerry, do you have the new price per day?
No, I don't, but I'm going to figure that out, and I'll put it in the,
Yeah.
I'll put it, where should I put it, Terry?
Chat.
put it on Team Up. Put it
Okay.
on Team Up. That would be
I want to
lovely.
do that because I know those prices off the top of my head. Because I'm always quoting the price per month, but then in the same breath, I'm quoting the price per day. And then I say, where in the world for $2.50 could you get 17 different fruits and vegetables into your diet? It's just a no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have to, thank you. This has just been fabulous. Thank you. These comments are fabulous. All right, so, yeah, so we have a bit of a price increase, and this is what's going to ensure us that we remain stable and lasting. 266, is that the new price, Kathy? 266, Kathy Schlund just did the math.
If it's $80 for the trio
Yeah,
and you've got on average 30 days a month, that's $2.66 a day.
And then for the quad.
all right, I gotta tell you, that's the best deal in town. All right, thank you for that.
I have
Thank-
a question.
Yeah.
And you may or may not know the answer. So like if someone's midway through their 4-month shipment and starting March 1st, their last 2 installments are going to be new price or old price?
Regular price, the old price.
Old price. Okay, so it's for anybody new coming in starting March 1st, or anybody reships happening after March 1st will incur the new cost.
Absolutely, Abby.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what if we looked at this as an opportunity? So the new pricing doesn't start until March 1st. And tomorrow is only February 1st. So why don't we make that part of our attractive, hey guys, this is the perfect time to get on board, all right? Because in 30 days, our prices are going to go up, okay? 8%. So you've been looking, you've been thinking about it, you've been, I know you're more than curious. All right, so why not get started in February and take advantage of our old pricing? It could be our new, we had the bundle in January, excuse me. We had our bundle in January. We could consider this our new bundle for the month of February. I'm just talking about it. So Jerry, what was that again? What's the daily price of the quad?
$3.75. Unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
still hard for me to believe that they could still be selling this at this price.
Yeah. When you think of the protection, to every cell, tissue, organ, and organ system for that quad of $377 a month. Again, Jerry, you're absolutely right.
If they're concerned about produce going up, buy your tower this month. This would be the best month to sell a tower garden.
Because the pricing on the tower garden is going up too.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I think we need to do a little bit of a campaign all around the tower gardens then too this month. That's a great idea, Judy. Thank you for that. All right, so let's go back. We've only got about 10 minutes, and I want to go back to a few of the things that I wanted to talk about before we got our emails this morning. Number one, how do we keep our customers from disappearing? It's about building that personal relationship with them. One of the things I learned to do 25 years ago, I think it was to get really clear about why somebody said yes to Juice Plus. And when I started to ask them why they said yes to Juice Plus, very often I was really surprised. When I got good at saying, so Juice Plus makes sense to you. I'm so glad you want to get started. Can I ask you something? What's your number one health concern for yourself? Or what's the number one health concern that you might have for your children? And you know what? People started to talk to me about their health concerns. And so here I thought maybe somebody was, getting on Juice Plus because, they just wanted to enjoy prevention. And because I asked that question, I'm finding out that they have, an arthritis that they struggle with every single day. Or I find out that their husband is a diabetic and they struggle with that. Or maybe their child is a diabetic, or, maybe they have a child that's obese and these moms are ripping out their hair because they don't know what to do. So the number one thing to ensure that our customers stay with us is to find out why. Why are they getting started on the product? What is their number one health concern for themselves and their children? And you make note of that. I'm going to tell you something. Then you can kind of tailor some information that's very, very specific for them. That has served me so well in 25 years. It's made a huge, huge difference in my being able to plug the drain. And this thing about plugging the drain was a conversation that Renee O'Neill and Gordon Hester had years and years ago. And, but it's an idea that's time has come for us to revisit that. All right, the other thing that two other things I wanted to talk about. All right, Kathy, why don't you pull up the Freedom Revolution based on what I just shared about, I wanted to show you some of the things that we could, if somebody is specific about what their health concerns are, these short videos on the Freedom Revolution on the clinical research are so important to help educate our customers and keep our customers. So I'm just going to tell you right there, the clinical research is something, maybe once a month that you are educating your customer with a short snippet on our research. Kathy, scroll up a little bit to the top. I wanted to, right there, scroll down a little bit. Leading, keep going, right there. Trending health videos, click that. I'm going to tell you, and this is all on the Freedom Revolution, and some of these titles have changed. All right, so someone is concerned because they have an autoimmune condition. Here is a health lecture all about autoimmune solutions. So if somebody, and let's just face it, autoimmune conditions are exploding right now. All right, there's a new name coming out all the time. Would you be open? Would you be open to watching, a 30-minute health lecture about nutrition and being a solution for your autoimmune challenge? In this day and age where every parent is focused on young athletes and athletic performance for our kids, look at this video from Paul Stricker, 20 minutes. So keep scrolling down, Kathy. I want to show colds and flus. We're in the dead of winter right now. This is a pediatrician who I hadn't even heard of. I just saw this today for the first time. A lecture on gluten. Someone says to you, well, I'm really gluten intolerant. And, I'm just hoping that Juice Plus can help me, with my gluten issues. Well, here's Richard Du Bois. How about somebody who's absolutely exhausted? How many exhausted moms do you know? Do you know any exhausted moms? How about improve adrenal health? 25. This is how we tailor-make a program for our, Sonia just said a lot. All right, so there's adrenal fatigue. And remember, adrenals are the backup to the heart. Today, heart disease is the leading killer of women in the United States. And why is that? Because their adrenals are on the floor. Wow. Education. Can you see? There's 3 pages of these on the Freedom Revolution. So this is how you customize a message for your customers so that they'll stay with you long term. Does that make sense? All right, so you get to find out, but you need to know why they're saying yes to Juice Plus. And the other thing, if you're following your customers on Facebook, you're also going to find out what their needs, their wants, or their desires are. So there's another reason for you to be on Facebook. You have to be following your customers. They're following you, but it's also an opportunity for you to get to know your customers better. I'm going to just take a couple minutes on Transform 2022. All right, every group has their product pages, their health, wellness product pages. Jamie's team is called Farm Fresh Nutrition. Ours is called Transform 2022. I know the tribe under Holly Morris, they have something called Legacy Wellness. Steph Fletcher has her own. I'm going to tell you, if used properly, these Facebook groups can be so beneficial to help you maintain a customer base. This is what I did in the past month. I threw some things up on Transform 2022 because I wanted to see people's reactions. I posted something about making choices. I don't remember what it was that I posted, but I'm going to tell you, thank you, Abby. I loved your post today. I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, Abby, as it was a good one. All right. I don't remember what I posted about, but 6 customers commented on that post. Now that is only going to solidify your relationship with that customer if they're yours, if you're aware that they have posted. If you're not even aware that they've posted, then that does not going to enhance your relationship. All right, the whole idea is that if a customer posts or reacts, is that we then go in and say, oh, I'm so glad I saw you post or comment on, that message on Transform. That means they're watching our community. All right, they may want to engage further in our community. But it only serves them and it only serves you. I didn't know one of these 6 people. I didn't know one of them. And today I posted something about quercetin. And I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I just know it's the fad. Everybody's, Abby's laughing at me. How do I say it, Abby? My mouth's not working today.
I'm sorry. I love you. Quercetin is how I say it.
Okay, see, none of us can say it well. All right. Okay, but it's on everybody's COVID list. Everybody, none of us can say it. This is never, Abby and I we should both be asleep right now, so we should be. Okay, it's on everybody's, this is what you do if you get COVID. All right, and it's in all of our Juice Plus products. Okay. So Elisa, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, neither do we. That's the frightening part. Okay. But what I'm saying is that your customers that you have already in Transform 2022 are watching. All right. And what's going to make them come out and interact more is if you're interacting. It's if you're interacting. So be aware. And if you're not adding your customers to Farm Fresh or the product Facebook pages, and in my case, it's Transform 2022. I'm so proud of that page. Then you're all missing out. It's another way that we can plug the drain. It's another way that we can plug the drain. And we're going to keep talking about this as time goes on. There are programs out there called Project Broadcast that I use. Yes, Gina Marie, that's the word. That's the word. Nobody's saying it. So there are other things that we can do, but I hope that tonight, and then I want to know, what are you doing? Because we have to be highly involved. If we're involved, I guarantee you, isn't it our end goal to be a qualified business? Isn't that what we want to raise up? Don't we want to raise up representatives to get to sales coordinator and to have a qualified business so that they can have that stable and lasting paycheck that'll make a difference in their lives? And these are just some of the things that we can do. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Next week's going to be a health lecture, and I think it might be something a little different. Okay, so keep posted, keep watching. Know I love you. Stand proud, stand tall, believe in Juice Plus. Remember, nothing in the world can compare to what we have with Juice Plus. All right. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed tonight's call. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah.